It's been 10 days since Samantha Morris lost her luggage after flying Qantas for work.
I have no idea where my bags are.
Her frustration began when she volunteered to have her bags taken off an overweight flight.
Qantas has been quite a reliable airline, so I've never really thought about the risk of doing something like that.
Samantha says she regrets putting her trust in the national airline.
I tried to contact Qantas by telephone. I was on hold for more than 21 hours. I then filed 2 customer complaints to Qantas in writing. After that, I contacted the airline advocate, which is an ombudsman for the airline industry, and received a response from them telling me that my complaint was ineligible to be followed up by them because I hadn't yet had a response in writing from Qantas. My plan is to go and find a Qantas staff member, preferably someone that works in the baggage department, and ask them, what's going on.
Qantas woes surfaced 2 weeks ago when scenes of overcrowded airports and angry passengers were doing the rounds on social media. Qantas boss Alan Joyce blamed the situation on COVID, adding that passengers were out of practice with airport procedures.
I think our customers are not match fit.
Aviation expert Jeffrey Thomas says a combination of conditions created the perfect storm for the chaos.
You've got reports coming in of approximately 25 to 30% of staff calling in sick with COVID. On top of that, you've got a situation where literally hundreds of thousands of people want to travel over the holiday season.
On the front lines of customer frustration are Qantas employees. 730 has obtained screenshots of an internal Qantas discussion group where staff expressed grave concerns for the mental health of peers and said they're struggling to deal with angry customers after the domestic sales desk was recently closed for good.
We've had ground staff hiding on the flight deck because passengers are so angry and irate and they just can't take any more of that sort of projected anger.
Terry O'Toole runs the Flight Attendants Union after leaving her job as a Qantas flight attendant last year.
For 35 years, this was a company that I had absolute pride in. I think that what we've seen is just a general decision-making process from executive all the way down, whereby it's about the bottom dollar.
Qantas is under enormous cost pressure all the time from these new startups, these low-cost carriers. It doesn't take much for them to move from Qantas to a cheaper alternative.
When the pandemic brought the aviation industry to a standstill, Qantas outsourced 2,000 ground handling jobs. The Transport Workers Union fought that decision in the federal court. A judge found Qantas's decision to outsource was partly driven by the executive's desire to avoid union bargaining and industrial action.
We can't have companies pocketing the profits when times are good and then going cap in hand to governments when things get tough.
Qantas argued that the outsourcing was needed to save $100 million annually and has refused to reinstate the sacked workers.
I got my home loan refinanced, I brought an investment property, and then I was out of a job. It was like the whole world came crashing on me.
Sammy Russo was among the 2,000 employees who lost their jobs.
15 years at Qantas, we never had this problem. I could turn up to work and I knew exactly how the day is going to go and what I need to do. We had guidance, we had leadership, we had skilled workers.
He says the problems at Qantas started when the company got rid of experienced workers.
They've created the problem. We knew this was coming. It's a mess. And every time I see a commercial on TV, I have to laugh. I'm like, what a joke. It's not what it used to be.
Qantas said in a statement that it rejects claims that disruptions are linked to its decision to outsource ground handling and said that staff shortages due to COVID are a problem across the industry. On top of the federal court case and thousands of angry customers, Qantas is also facing a fresh investigation by the consumer watchdog, the ACCC. It will probe Qantas's credit policy after customers complained about the system. Meanwhile, many remain out of pocket. Peter Hansen is still waiting for a refund on $5,000 worth of flights he paid for in September last year.
This is beyond the pale. It's a little bit too long. It's a computer system. It should be able to just few clicks and that money goes back where it came from.
Qantas said in a statement that they are currently processing 80% of refund requests within 7 days.
It is a real challenge for Qantas to get the systems working properly, and it probably will not be till after Anzac Day that things start to return to the new normal.
The huge demand for travel has prompted the credit rating agency Moody to lift its outlook for Qantas from negative to stable. But the airline's financial performance is no consolation for passengers like Samantha Morris and thousands of others who are still trying to recover their tickets, money or bags.
I was able to speak to a Qantas staff member, so I'm already feeling quite buoyed about the fact that I made human-to-human contact. And she was able to give me a file reference number for my lost baggage, which I haven't been able to get until now. She still couldn't tell me where my bag was or when I might have it, but I do feel like I've at least made some inroads into finding the answer to that question.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.